Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you step-by-step how to build a recruiting funnel in Onepage, whether it's for your own company or as a service for clients. We'll look at how to take a template and turn it into a finished page in minutes, but I'll also show you the full master plan for building a funnel completely from scratch that's designed to keep drop-off as low as possible. Let's get started. Onepage makes it extremely easy for us. We have a nice selection of recruiting templates and funnels here. We pick one, adjust the logo, colors, and team pictures, and boom, the page is ready. Before we start building, there's one important question. Where should the funnel actually live? With Onepage, you have 3 solid options depending on your setup and target group. First is the integrated option. If you already have a recruiting page with team photos, benefits, and all that, you can just embed the funnel directly at the bottom. So the applicant scrolls, gets convinced, and then starts right away. Second is the sub-site split. If you want to keep your main page clean, you can link your CTA button, like Apply Now, to a separate page that only contains the funnel. So one click and they land on a focused experience with no distractions. And third is the pure funnel, which has the highest conversion rate. This is what you'd usually use for social media traffic like Instagram or TikTok. We often don't use a classic website at all. We build a pure funnel, no hero section, no distractions, and then just the questions. Why? Because the attention span there is extremely short, and we want to pull the user into the process immediately. Now let's take a look at the templates. Inside of Onepage, you've got a recruiting template for a full page and also pure funnels. There are also around 30 section templates specifically for forms and funnels that I'll show later in this video. So if you already have a page, you can easily add a funnel through a CTA button and send users to a funnel subpage. To do this, simply choose the recruiting funnel of your choice, name that page, then go back and click on your existing page. Choose the CTA button that you'd like to connect the funnel to, go to Action, and link the button to the funnel page that you just created. Or you can just integrate the funnel directly into the page itself. For example, I could add a couple form fields right in the middle of a section, connect a button with a form action, and now that section basically becomes a funnel setup. Even something simple like 2 fields, like a name and an email, once somebody fills that out, the lead is already captured in your CRM. You can also add one of the form templates for the sections on the page. We have about 30 of them in all different design layouts. What's nice is that these are already styled in your page's fonts and colors. Another option is to start directly with a funnel template. There are 2 main recruiting funnel templates here, so I'll quickly show both. Here is funnel number 1. You can see the structure and, more importantly, the logic behind it. Each step flows into the next, and depending on the answers, you can branch users in different directions. Now here's funnel number 2, which is a bit more advanced. The same idea here, just more steps and more logic paths. And again, the key thing here is the logic, how different answers move people through different parts of the funnel. Now let's take one of these templates, funnel number 2, and customize it to make it our own. First, what I'll do is swap out step 1 image, change it to an image of coworkers at desks, and then I'll add a logo by clicking the current one and uploading my own. Then I'll adjust the text to match the role that we're hiring for. Next, I can delete a step and add a new one, such as info about the company. This is just depending on what I actually need in the funnel. Once that's set up, I'll test everything live. As soon as someone goes through the funnel, you can see the lead show up directly in the CRM. From there, you can create a new list for a specific position, so all applicants for that role go into the right place. You can also activate an autoresponder email so that they immediately get a response after applying. And if you want, you can connect your own sender so that the emails are fully white labeled. You can also activate analytics to track performance by going to your site settings and toggling on Onepage Analytics. Now, if we click on Edit the Form, we can visit the form settings. Inside of the form settings, there's an option called Collect Partial Responses. This means that if someone drops off halfway through, say step 8, you still capture everything that they've entered, and you're not losing any of that data. You can also explore the other settings like transitions between steps, navigation, progress bar, and renaming the form itself. There's also a logic view, which we covered already, and the results or analytics section inside of the funnel. This is the fastest way to build it, but now let's go deeper. A funnel isn't just a form, it's more of a guided conversation. So now I'll walk through a 10-step structure that you can use for almost any position. Step 1 is entry. We start with cards. The question is something like, which area suits you best? You can use options like sales, back office, or logistics. This works well because it feels more like clicking than filling out a form. No typing and very low friction. Step number 2 is motivation. We'll be using chips here. For example, what's most important to you in your new job? Things like home office, vacation days, company car. This lets the applicant talk about what they want before being asked anything serious. Step number 3 is experience. This is a simple section. How many years of experience do you have? Nothing complicated here, just clean and direct. Step number 4, skill check. Here we use a scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in using CRM systems? This gives a better sense of ability than a yes or no. Step number 5, knockout question. Now we introduce logic. For example, do you have a valid driver's license? If the answer is no, we can immediately route them to a rejection page. This saves time by filtering out unqualified leads early. Step number 6, availability. Here we'll use a slider. In how many months could you start? From 0 to 6 months. It's interactive and works really well on mobile. And then step number 7, proof. Now we ask for a CV, but make it optional. This is important because if somebody is on their phone and doesn't have it ready, we still want to capture that lead. If they do have it, they can upload it here. Step number 8, the magic moment. Before asking for contact details, we add a loading screen. Something like, we're checking your answers. This increases the perceived value and makes the process feel more serious. Step number 9, identity. Now we ask for a name, email, and phone. At this point, they've already gone through multiple steps, so they're much less likely to drop off. And then we have step number 10, completion. Finally, we add a quick consent for data protection and the submit button. That's it. Also, after submission, you can even take it one step further. For qualified applicants, you can embed a Calendly widget on the thank you page. So right after they apply, they can immediately book an interview. Inside of the CRM, the lead comes in with their details, CV, and appointment. At that point, it's basically a fully automated recruiting system. And that's it. You've now seen how to build a recruiting funnel in Onepage, from using templates to customizing them to building a full funnel from scratch. Remember, the power of a funnel isn't just the form, it's in the psychology behind each step, guiding applicants seamlessly from interest to submission. With the templates, the 10-step master plan, and the integration with CRM and Calendly, you now have a system that works like a fully automated sales process for recruiting. Take what you've learned today, experiment with your own designs, and optimize based on your audience. The better that you tailor the funnel, the higher your conversions and the more qualified leads you'll generate. Thank you for following along, and happy funnel building.